Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight is the night. We are going to cover what is arguably the best of the starter decks in the free-to-play version of MTG Arena, Jungle Secrets. This is the Merfolk deck. This is the one that a lot of people will point to, single this one out is clearly the one, the deck that is best constructed, plays quite well, and even whenever you're looking up against some of the standard decks that are out there, actually has enough teeth behind it to kind of hang in there and play very well. I've intentionally avoided this deck, well, mostly because whenever you look at the layout of, well, let's take a look. When you look at the layout of how they do all the decks, it's obviously towards the end before we start getting to some of my constructed decks. So I've intentionally avoided it for that reason, but I also kind of wanted to save the best for last. I've actually heard people taking this deck into just constructed and doing quite well with it. So there is a lot here. If you haven't been playing MTG Arena and you haven't seen the Merfolk decks, where have you been? They are quite literally everywhere. They are really, really good. This is a little bit of a watered down version. It doesn't have all of the rares that make this superior to a lot of other tribal decks that come out, but it is still pound for pound probably the best deck of the 15 starter decks that you get. It's pretty gruesome. It is a basic Merfolk tribal deck, and it has a lot of tricks to it to make sure that your Merfolks are getting through and doing the damage they need to do. So let's start off with the top end. The one drops. We're looking at Jade Bearer. Whenever this one comes into play, it puts a +1/+1 counter on Merfolks you control. They're just going to keep getting bigger. This is going to be a relatively common theme throughout this deck. Commander Speaker, whenever it gets +1/+1, as long as you have another Merfolk or an island, of course you're going to. All of your creatures are Merfolk, so this is basically a 2/2 for 1 mana. It's fantastic. Disperse, return target non-land permanent to your opponent's hand. This is part of those evasion tactics that this deck has. There's a couple. It'll either tap creatures or it'll return them to hand to make sure that your Merfolk are going through and pushing their damage through. River Sneak is just flat out dirty. it can't be blocked. I've always had an issue with mechanics like that, but of course it is, shock bait, but it will get really, really big really, really quick. And whenever another Merfolk enters the battlefield under control, it gets an additional +1/+1 for that turn. So, of course, all your creatures are Merfolk. It's going to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Silvergill Adept, it does have an additional downside, is if you don't reveal a Merfolk from your hand, you have to play 3 additional, but you're going to have a ton of Merfolk in your hand. And when it enters the battlefield, it gives you a draw of a card. So it's one of the couple of draw mechanics that are in the game, in the deck. Deeproot Champion, this is one you're going to see a lot in the more professional, quote-unquote, Merfolk decks. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you put a +1/+1 counter on this. This just continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So each of these things that isn't a Merfolk just makes it bigger and stronger. Deeproot Elite, I've seen this a lot in the professional Merfolk decks as well. Whenever another Merfolk enters the battlefield under your control, puts a +1/+1 counter on target Merfolk. So you can just sit down and start picking yours ones out, like the ones that can't be blocked, for example, and just keep making them bigger and bigger. So seeing a mechanic that's adding +1/+1 counters to all of your Merfolk is also an additional theme throughout the deck. River Herald's Boon, this is not one that you normally see in the professional decks. This is kind of one of the things you probably filter out towards the end, but it puts a +1/+1 on target creature and +1/+1 counter on top of a target Merfolk. So again, more additional tokens onto the deck. Love the artwork of the Merfolk Mistbinder. This is your Anthem effect. This is giving all Merfolk +1/+1 except for herself. Watertrap Weaver, this is another one you don't normally see in the professional decks, but it's still a pretty powerful card for a common card. When it enters the battlefield, tap target creature opponent controls, and that creature does not untap during the turn. So again, it's part of that mechanic that is permitting your Merfolk to get in and do the damage they need to do. Jadelight Ranger, you will see a ton of this. This card is so good, it's slipped into Golgari decks. It's all over the place. It's fantastic. For 3 mana, it's a 2/1, but when it enters the battlefield, it explores twice, so there is a potential to take it up to a 4/3. Normally, you kind of see it halfway balance out to a 3/2, but still, that's pretty darn fantastic when you start looking at all of the other abilities in here to make it just bigger and bigger and bigger. And you only get one. Jungleborn Pioneer. Again, this is not one that you normally see in the professional decks, but when it comes into play, it creates another 1/1 Merfolk that's hexproof. Now, that's actually kind of cool, because where the River Sneaks fall down is that people will shock them relatively early. You've got hexproof Merfolk that you can't do that too. So then it really becomes a pain in the butt. Kumena, this is the rare out of this one. Kumena. Kumenia. This guy, I'm horrible at pronouncing some of these names. He does so many things. If you tap another untapped Merfolk, you can make him unblockable. Let's start off with that one. You can tap 3 Merfolk and draw a card. Or you can tap 5 Merc and put +1/+1 counters on every Merfolk that you control. It's just ridiculous. He is fantastic, and I love the 4 toughness because that does make him shock-proof. It makes him lightning strike-proof. They really need to put some effort into trying to kill this guy. And he is going to be a big engine for your deck. Herald of Secrets, another semi-anthem effect. Creatures with +1/+1 can't be blocked. So, of course, you have all of the mechanics that we've discussed all the way throughout the deck that are throwing 1/1 counters on everything, and then now they can't be blocked. It just becomes disgusting, to be perfectly honest with you. Seafloor Oracle, whenever an Orphic control does combat damage, you're drawing cards, so here's another draw mechanic for you. So you've got this, you've got this. I mean, the deck, it's just so well built. It's just ridiculous. And then, oh, by the way, let's toss in 2 sleeps in there, so even if your opponent is going wider than you are, you're just going to put all of his creatures to sleep and slam into his face. It's so good. Tempest Caller, when Tempest Caller enters the battlefield, tap all creatures. So again, it's a sleep effect that comes in. So it's basically sleep, and they don't untap next turn, or you put them all to sleep and just slam them in the face. It's gross. 9 islands, 11 forest. You do have, of course, the Hinterland Harbor that comes in. That's your rare dual land, and then your 4 tap lands that come in. So let's go take this one for a spin, shall we? We're just going to play ladder games. Jungle Secrets. My hope, of course, is that people don't see the deck and quit, because it is annoying. I'm not going to lie. It is a really well put together deck. So this is the deck if you're starting to play the game and you're getting those. I don't have a no forests. I still think this is good. If you're just starting Arena, I'll just put it tapped. I'm okay with that. If you're just starting Arena and you're looking to get those early wins, this is the deck I recommend. Now, there's another deck I'll recommend that you build, which we'll cover over here shortly. Huh, another one. And we'll drop... Yeah. There is another deck that's a lot easier to build whenever you're first getting into Arena, which is the Mono Blue Tempo deck, which I'll be reviewing here shortly. That's probably the first deck I'd recommend. Either that or Red Burn, which we'll cover both of those decks. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to do this. And watch how stupid this gets. And then we're going to swing it with a 4/4. It's so broken. Not, I mean, broken in a good way. I mean, it's a fun little tribal deck. There are counters to it. There are board wipes that will completely wipe this deck out. I was looking. I happened to troll the MTG Arena Facebook, MTG Arena Players Facebook group, and someone said they're really curious as to why people don't run more board wipes. Oh, look at all that land I got. Because board wipes does handle all of these, go wide, token decks, even the Selesnya decks. I mean, just a good solid board wipe. Ritual of Soot, things like Ritual of Sort, Cleansing Nova, Settle the Wreckage. There's a whole bunch of board wipes you can toss into a deck to really handle this deck. So it is not invincible by any stretch of the imagination, but it is a little difficult to handle. It's difficult because, you know, all the creatures come out so quickly and they get really big really fast. So I think, there we go. He was in the air. That's not cool. So I'm going to hold on to that Disperse. So we're looking at 8 damage. Yep, I think we should do that. He's going to block it, and I'm going to go, no, no, sir. Or he's going to take it, which is even scarier. And he's thinking, and we're going to return it to our hand. Oh, I should have did it before. I forgot that that still counts as a block. Mistakes were made. Should have did it before. I'll take the 2. And he didn't cast his creature. Mistake. That was a horrible misplay on his part. I feel bad about this. Go, Merfolk, go. So unless he's got to settle, which he does. Sure, I'll take 3 more lands. Why not? We'll take that, that, and that. Look at all the land I've got. The upside is that means that more creatures are going to come out, right? Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I literally have over half the land in the deck in my hand, which means 2/3 of this deck is creatures. Yep. This could be a problem. Doesn't do me nearly as much good as I'd like it to. Yeah, because then they just retap. Well, if there's a person in this game that could find a way to screw up with Merfolk, it's this guy. I will find a way to lose this game with this. I'm not sure what all the thought process is about. That's the right answer. And now you're on a clock, my friend. So am I. If you let this go through... Sure. Ooh, another favorable winds. Very nice. Alright, so now we're in a little bit of trouble. Tap all of his creatures. Do 4 damage. And manage to lose the game. I said if it could be done, it'd be this guy. I got a little overzealous. The fact that we only had 1. Yeah, I should have known that he was on Settle's damage at that point. I'll take the blame for that one. So I was all super excited to start recording because this is the first chance I've had to record since they've added direct challenges, and it looks like they took it down because I'm not seeing it. I saw it earlier, and then I sit down to start recording and they take it down. Ooh, what do we got? Ooh. Yummy. Tasty fish people. So, ideally, you do not want to put her down by herself, so I'm going to wait. Jadelight will be nice. Forest, this should be interesting. No, I'll wait. Because I'll put the Jadelight Ranger, then I'll put her down. Very nice. Jadelight. Come on. Library? And library. Look at all the cards. Ooh, look at that. She's going to be bigger here in a second. So he's debating if he should swing in an attack. Would be my guess. Interesting. Very nice. Okay. Gain the life. Anytime now. Okay. No. That one. So we are going to go Mistbinder, of course. Reveal. He does not have what it takes, so he can either block or he's going to give me cards. And he'll block. Yeah, he's going to get the 1/1 lifelinker. I totally understand that. That 2/2 is going to get annoying real quick, though. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I can't let him keep gaining life. This is where the annoyance is going to come in. So we're going to drop that. We're going to drop that. We're going to drop that. So I've got that. He's got what it takes to kill it. 2, 3, 4. No. Cancel. I'm gonna hold. Cancel. I don't want him to kill the Jadelight Ranger right now. And then I'm going to just bounce this back to his hand when he swings with it. That's not cool. He's getting a little bit wider than I am. That's kind of crazy. I like getting through the direct damage. Let's send that. Let's send that. Send that. And send that. Let's see what he's got. He's going to be tempted to block here. Okay. Next. They're going to wipe each other out. And now he's down to 2 creatures. And I'm going to have my draw mechanic on next turn. I don't like the gain control. Gains haste and turn turn. Activate the spell. Only if you can have time to cast a sorcery. That's got to go away. Never see that card. Really interesting. No, I'll take that, thanks. So I'm at least getting through with 3. I'm at least drawing a card. And that was 3 draws. 1, 2, 3. How much land could I possibly get? Really? 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 You know, I saw someone do the mathematical odds of getting 3 land draws in a row like that, and I don't remember my last draw was. I don't think it was a land. But the amount of times, like, how difficult that is to pull off 3 lands in a randomly generated shuffle, I guess I'm just unlucky. So, I like my draw mechanic. I'm just going to end up eating that 4, and then I need to keep something back to, from this point forward, to block her that isn't going to kill her. No, I'll take it. That's the last time I can do that. Let's drop the island. And on that. So you're going to stick back and take the damage from the Jadelight. Yeah, I've got to leave you behind. I gotta. How about a card I can use, by the way? That'd be awesome. Perfect. Because he thinks he's going to come in and steal my 6/5. And then I'm going to disperse it back to his hand before he does it. How about a sleep? A sleep would be so great right now. Interesting. I honestly thought he was going to take that. I don't know that I would have done that. I would have taken the 6/5. I'll take the 2 and eat it. Not like I have much of a choice. Well, I do, but I'm not. Okie dokie. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to win the game. So dumb. Oh, Merfolk. You're such a dirty dick. Alright, I'll give you one more. I will give you one more. This, I get why it's fun. It seems like you have a ton of answers. So we'll go one more. One more with the old Merfolk. You wanted to see this deck anyway. This is really one of the ones you wanted to see. Koa Killer. What is a Koa, and why do we send these brave souls out to kill them? Oh, okay. Yes, sir, please. Yes, please. This is a hold on to, unless it's a Dimir deck that's going to start dropping cards out of my hand. You hold on to that one till you get enough that you can push through. That was a game winner right there. The last game. No, we are going to say hello. Oh, don't tell me. Yeah, he got mana screwed. That's not cool. Drop and land. I don't know what oops means. So I'll do one of these. I think he's conceding. I think he got mana hosed, and he is calling it. So I can't end on that. Oh wait, no, we got mana. Is he really gonna stick this one out? Well, he is a trooper. Alright, I can't end on that kind of game. That's not fair. Alright. We'll go one more. To be fair. Fair to the deck. Let everyone get some time to actually see it play. Sizzle guy. That's beginning. Kick sacrifice. This reminds me of Ball Lightning. That's what I loved about the Dominaria set. Brought back so much nostalgia from us older guys who played the game for a really, really long time. There are cards in Dominaria that really feel familiar. Banana? Disperse, River Snake. Oh. Yes, please. Oh, it's so dirty. I feel dirty. Ooh. 2 River Sneaks, you say? Oh no. Oh, he's ramping up into something big. Oh, is this dinos? This could be dinos. Probably is. Knight of Stampede. Dinosaur Disperse. Yep. This is a dino deck. No, I'll take the one. Thanks. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. I think the Ranger's the next play, depending on what he casts out here. Yeah, something big. You totally should have cast that before you cast him. Totally should have cast that before you cast him. And he's gonna be dead next turn. Well, maybe not dead, but... Shock bait. I didn't have any way to save it. He's like, oh, I've had enough of that. And he didn't attack. That's crazy. Library? And library. No, I'll wait. He's getting a little wide. Another Knight of the Stampede. Alright, so you can cast Dinosaurs for really cheap. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely got his draw mechanic on. Yeah, he'd like that 3/3, wouldn't he? No, you can have that. Oh, come on. Why get mana flooded now? Drawing 2 cards a turn, he is definitely getting up on us on card advantage. He's going to find whatever he's looking for, and that would be what he's looking for. So he's going to swing in with both of these. Really? Really, really? I'm willing to trade a 4/2 for a 2/2. Come on now. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12 cards. 16 cards. Of those 16, 8 of them are mana half. Now he's got his draw mechanic on. Love that card. It's so cool. He's going to hate it whenever I return it to its... I keep having so many solutions for one card in my hand. It's going to get pretty scary here in a second because I can't punch through all of that. Saves me for a turn. Nope. I debated for a second blocking with the Jadelight. I'm just just not getting any creatures. It's crazy. So if my guess is correct, he's going to sacrifice this thing now. Or not. Well, he's still got the mana out there. He can still do it. Yeah, he's getting way too wide for us. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Very nice. He's just going to attack for everything. Okay, so we are going to drop that big boy back this time, so he is not a problem. So, I have an opportunity here to take some creatures off the board, which I should absolutely do. He's going to take that. It's going to leave me in a vulnerable position. There's no right response to this. Those well-timed shots in this deck. And a land! We're going to say good game. Because he is just going to overrun us. So you see the deck is clearly not infallible. Interesting matchup. That was your doing. Yeah, it's a cool deck. I like it. The Grawl Dinosaurs deck. When Ixalan first came out, that was like the deck that my son and I kind of built. Consisting of Carnage Tyrant was the very first booster pack you ever opened up. Ixalan had a Carnage Tyrant in it. Register Alphas. I'm actually surprised it's not in this deck. Register Alphas would be awesome in that Dino deck. Anyway, so how to improve on this one? There's a handful of things this deck does need to kind of help it out. I think clearly we saw some of the hindrances. So some of these are okay. Couple of things we obviously want to go for more of the dual lands. Obviously, Tempest Callers might need a few more of those. Herald of Secrets might not necessarily be, but you definitely want to bump up to the Merfolk Mistbinders. You definitely want those. Jadelight Rangers are really, really good. Probably don't necessarily need this one in there. Herald of Secrets probably don't need that. As cool as the River Herald's Boon was, and it did very well here in this deck, probably not. You do definitely want to bump this up to 4 River Sneaks. You might want another card. I love how this feels different since they've updated it. I believe it is a common enchantment. We're going to be looking for... I don't know that I like how they did this. Collected and in inventory. Oh, because it tells you the difference between which ones. Okay, I see where that one's going. Curious Obsession is a card that you would want to toss in. Curious Obsession allows you to add a draw mechanic, so it not only gives the creature +1/+1, but then it also allows you to add an additional draw mechanic to it. Silvergill Adept, maybe drop these out if you're going to go with the Curious Obsessions to go in there. Deeproot Champion's really, really good, especially if you're tossing around +1/+1s. It's just a really good deck overall. Granted, I mean, we came up against a really big monster deck, and it's one of the hard counters to this one, but you're in blue. You can add counters, you can add syncopates, you can add things in there to kind of toss it in there. Fantastic deck. Really enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun with it, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you have a better way to update this deck, let me know. Drop a comment, like the video, that'd be nice. Helps the channel out. And then let me know how you would update this one. I've seen a whole bunch of Merfolk decks, and they all seem to have their own spin on it, their own little spice on it. There seems to be quite a few of the standards that fall into this deck, but I'm really curious to see how you would build a Merfolk deck. So, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. I do have a Patreon if you are so inclined. That is patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. And until then, next time, guys, we're going to be doing the last one. We've only got one more of the pre-con decks, and then we're out of them. And then I, of course, will be doing drafts again for this week as well. So I think we have one more Guilds of Ravnica draft left before we get into the M19 drafts. Either one. Guilds of Ravnica is a fantastic set, and I like drafting it. I had a lot of fun after the one that I did last week, and I'm going to continue to do it. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did, but it was a lot of fun. So, again, we'll see you guys in the next video. Really appreciate you hitting that like button. That'd be awesome. Appreciate that. So, in the meantime, we'll see you next time, guys, in the arena.